Election petition. Why we decided to hit the APC where they did not expect. Dati Baba Ahmed, welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Amid the ongoing public uproar that has greeted the contents of a petition filed by Peter Agregbe against the flag bearer of the All Progressives Congress APC and President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Senator Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, has come out to explain why his principal chose a strategy that nobody expected. Recall that on Tuesday afternoon, the contents of Obi's petition filed against Tinubu at the election tribunal sitting in Abuja surfaced online. Quite interestingly, the former Anambra governor cited Tinubu's alleged forfeiture of the sum of $460,000 in a drug-related case in the United States several years ago as one of the grounds for his disqualification and annulment of February's election. Speaking during an interview on the Rice Television's primetime program with Charles Anagolu a few hours ago, Dati revealed that the Labour Party decided to employ tactics that were different from what the All Progressive Congress was expecting to teach them a lesson. We hit them where they did not expect. We did not ask them to rig the elections. In fact, we have been very kind to these people. We have been very, very gentle to these people. Look, Obi and I account for all our political opponents. Ask the elected persons to account for their opponent. Ngige is alive. In my case, all the opponents I have faced, people like McAfee, are all alive. But the elected persons cannot tell you, in Lagos and Borno, these people cannot account for all their opponents. And that is why we are being careful. We're talking about danger here. Let us also not forget that a gentleman somewhere forfeited $460,000 in order not to go to prison. And now he's the president-elect after assaulting the Nigerian constitution. And I said, we will hit them where they never expected because we never thought they would behave in the way they did. This is a case of, if you do anyhow, you can see anyhow. Well, I think the Labour Party should become and be quiet about the strategies. That is what I've been saying, even before these kids come out. You don't come outside to tell you that I will do this. No. For courts, even if you have, what's it called? If you have, let's say, a defense, very strong defense, or a very strong, accusation, you don't expose it. In court, they go just see, even as the court is even going, they just bring them quietly. They go drop them for the lawyer for the case. Quietly go open them, you go come shake, the opponents. That is how it is supposed to be. But tell me, is this even supposed to be happening? We call Nigeria a democratic country, but me, I'm saying that I don't think it is, because I feel the democracy have been chased out. In fact, I feel the democracy in Nigeria have been sent on exile. It has been sent on exile because I don't see the democracy in you, you intimidating people, you flogging people, you chasing people back home during the governorship elections. And then I don't see the democracy in people coming out to cast their votes. You say democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And the people came out to tell you this is the person we want to give a mandate to. And you take it and give it to somebody else. I do not see that. I don't even see the D in that democracy there. In fact, what I see is permit me to use the word, it's not even a dupe. It's not a dupe. It is false democracy. There is no democracy. There is none. And waiting pay me pass for all this thing will happen for this our country is that we did it at the very presence, or rather in the very presence of international observers. Now that one they bust my dada. Now that one they bust my teeth. People told you that they were going to watch the elections. People told you that they were going to be watching you. And then you come online and rubbish over 200 million people. You told these people to treat us anyhow, that you don't care about us. That is what they did. If you people are asking me how, I've been saying how for a very long time. Do you know the people have shown other nations that treat the few that treats us with integrity, that observe this election that we just concluded. They came out and they were observing, and then they saw us troop out in numbers like we have never done in the past. And they were shaking their head, okay. And then they saw us cast votes. And then after we casted our votes, in at their presence, they took the mandate that people give to someone to give it to another person. That means you're telling the whole world that you can rubbish these people's attitude and there is nothing that can be done about it. You can actually hit these people, you can beat, and do you know, to even add salt to injury, just before the elections, I think just 2 days or 3 days, I saw a headline where Ethiopia, the Ethiopians are now killing Nigeria. I was like, I didn't click on this because I was like, no, I am really having a bad time, And then, this election, and I'm like, I saw a headline. Ethiopia were killing. I was like, how Ethiopia, how? And then I remembered a particular video after the presidential election. I think 2 or 3 days after the presidential election, this young man was wailing. When they say, I didn't say young woman, I didn't say girl, I didn't say woman, I said a man. For a man to show that kind of emotions, and a Nigerian man who their ego, show that kind of emotion, it means say you don't choke. You don't too choke, you don't restrict in airflow, if you breathe. The man was coming out saying, what is he doing in Germany? Let me tell you, it's like you don't even know, you don't know what is going on. In a country where we have oil, we have gold, we have coal, we have gas, natural gas, we have agriculture, there is cocoa, there is oil, there is rubber. In the country, look at all these nations around, even the so-called West. Half of the thing where we get, these people no get her. No jokes. And then we are where we are today because a few, not up to 5% of people who are the political leaders have decided to keep eating what was meant or what is meant for 200 million people. And you say we are supposed to let it go. That is the biggest insult of the century. That is the biggest insult. So I could feel this young man's pain. Waiting had to do for Germany, the man he talk. What is he doing in Germany? You could tell he was frustrated. You have to put up with a lot of nonsense. And now it's even worse with this particular president-elect. Yes, president-elect because he was not elected. You get. And then you ask yourself those questions. What is Nigeria asking for? We're not asking for too much. Nigerians are not saying give us land. We're not saying give us this gold. We are asking give us good governance. We're asking give us equity, fairness and justice. Let there be rule of law. Let there be separation of powers. Let things go normally and not abnormal. Let we act as if this country is really a country of humans, not an animal farm. Sincerely. So this what this man is saying here, what that is saying here, may they not release any strategies or this election or the election that happened in Nigeria, both the governorship, presidential was a sham. It should be challenged and they should also not release their tactics. But then continue to do it and they hit them hard until justice is served. Okay, on those notes, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come here next time, enjoy the rest of your day.